Hey teasers, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me for yet another video, guys. I am getting ready to cook something because I am hungry. As you can see, I have not been grocery shopping, so what I'm going to do is basically improvise with this meal. I do have a little bit of ground beef. I'm going to cook some rice here, guys. Here are the seasons I'm going to use with this meal. I'm very upset because I don't have any green beans, guys, so we're going to put spinach in there, fresh spinach, some mushrooms, bell pepper and onion, and some potatoes, guys. Yes, I said potatoes and rice. That's how we do it down here in the South, okay? We eat two starches, okay? Yes, we do. Let's go. Okay, guys, as I said, I have not been grocery shopping, guys. I have a little bit of ground beef here, and I'm going to go ahead and make a quick dish for my son and I, okay? Like I said, no, I don't have two things to match. It's just one of those days. Hey, we don't have two things to match, but I'm gonna try to make my son a meal. Guys, when you are a cook, guys, a lot of times we can't improvise with meals, okay? Sometimes we don't have two things to match. I don't have any tomato sauce, guys, so I'm going to be using some tomato paste. And we're going to have to break down that tomato paste from what I understand, okay? Okay, guys, now that the ground beef is almost ready, I'm going to go ahead and drain it, guys, and season it down. Okay, guys, we're going to add a little bit of Goya. I love Goya. Make sure you get the orange bottom, yellow top Goya, guys. This is really good in food, guys. And it also turns this really nice yellow reddish color, okay? Sometimes I just don't like to see my meat be brown. And I love to have a red sauce with most of my dishes as well, guys. Too bad we don't have any tomatoes, right? Okay, now we're going to add some garlic powder. Add a little garlic powder in there. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper. Okay, and I'm also going to add some of the stuff I really like here, and it is caldo de pollo, which is basically chicken bouillon. Okay, guys, I'm going to spread a little bit of that in here as well. This particular season does get your meat really seasoned really good, makes the food taste really good. You know, it gives it a little bit of salt, a seasoned salt taste. Okay, now, and I'm going to also add a little bit of Cajun seasoning. And the reason why I'm adding a little Cajun seasoning just to give it a little bit of a kick, okay, guys? So we put the Cajun seasoning in there. Now we're going to go ahead and brown this a little bit more. And guys, remember, we do have tomato paste. The tomato paste has to be broken down for what we understand, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and cook this for about 2 or 3 more minutes. And I'm going to separate this and go ahead and put in my vegetables so we can break down that tomato paste. Okay, guys? Let's go. Okay, you guys, we are back. So what I have basically done here, guys, is I have decided to go ahead and put in some vegetables. Some bell pepper and onion, okay? And I used what I had in the fridge, guys, which is orange bell pepper and red bell pepper, okay, guys? Now, remember, we don't have a lot of ground beef, so we didn't need that many vegetables, okay? Usually, if I'm cooking something like this with a large amount of meat, then I would use more vegetables, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do all this, which is go ahead and kind of let this get a little soft there, cook. And I'm also going to add some minced garlic to it, okay? You see this thing, guys? I love this dish, this utensil to cook with this thing. I just love it. I've been having this thing for probably about a year now, guys. I know I need some more of these, but guys, try to cook with wooden utensils, okay? The silver utensils pretty much kind of scratch up the bottom of your pot. It's just a PSA, okay? But I just love cooking with this thing. It's so old, as you can see. But I just love it. I just love it. Okay, guys. Here are the vegetables that we have been souffling, that we've been cooking here. I've also added about a tablespoon of garlic. Garlic is good for you. It's good for your pressure. Even though we are eating two starches, okay? Down here in the South, we're kind of country, and we eat any kind of way, which is not that good, but hey. So I've added the garlic, guys. Doesn't it look good by itself? Yummy. So we're going to cook that garlic for about 2 minutes in here. We don't want to burn it, okay, guys? Kind of toss the vegetables around here. Now, remember we have tomato paste, guys. We don't have tomato sauce, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and, I'm just going to try a spoon of tomato paste. How about that? Okay, guys, we're going to, again, we are improvising with this meal, okay? So I decided to add a teaspoon of tomato paste, okay? And I'm just going to kind of move it around in here a little bit. with the other vegetables, okay? And I'm just going to kind of look at it to see, hey, is this enough to make me some tomato sauce to go with my meat and my season, right? What do you guys think? It looks like it's going to make some, but I'm just going to add a little bit more, guys, okay? Okay, guys, so as you can see, we added a little bit more tomato paste, guys, because we want our food to be nice and red and, you know, kind of have a little season to it, okay? Remember, the meat is really seasoned very well. But again, we have to break this down for what I understand. We can't just put it in the food, okay, directly. So I'm going to add a little bit water here. Just a little bit, okay? And I'm just going to kind of work the tomato paste in the dish. Doesn't it look good? Does look pretty good, doesn't it? Let's just see how it does. Hopefully we've used the right amount of tomato paste, right? We're improvising, and if you are a cook, again, you know exactly how much tomato paste you want to use and how much you want your dish to taste like tomato, right, guys? All right, let's kind of let this kind of slow. Put a little bit more water in here, just a little bit, Okay, because what we're going to be doing, guys, is adding the ground beef back to this, okay? So let's just kind of let this tomato paste work itself into a tomato sauce, and we'll go from there. Quick FYI, guys, I did have some leftover mushrooms, so I decided to put them here in the meal as well. Again, we're improvising, guys, and I'm just going to call this dish, just throw it in the pan. What do you think? Guys. Okay, so we got some mushrooms in here as well, guys. Let's kind of let these two out también as well. It smells really good, guys. But I just can't wait to add the ground beef to it, okay? Okay, let's just let this cook a little bit longer. Now, guys, I have added a little bit more garlic powder as well as some black pepper because I want my food to taste kind of serious. I don't want it to taste tomato-ish, if that's a word, okay? So, again, I tasted the ground beef. It's really seasoned. Seasoned to taste. It's really good. You can taste the salt in there, guys. So, I don't want to over-salt it or over-season it, okay? Season everything to your taste. Okay, guys, we are back with our just throw it in the pan dish. We have some vegetables in here that's kind of souring. That's getting pretty soft and ripe and ready. But let's go ahead and add our ground beef back, okay? Just add our ground beef back to the pot. And the only reason why we separated the ground beef initially is because we did not have tomato sauce. And we had to break down the tomato paste, okay? Now, let's just kind of work the ground beef into the sauce. Or the sauce into the ground beef, rather. Yummy. Doesn't that look good? We're not done yet, guys. Let's just whip it on in here. Remember the ground beef, I tasted it. It was very seasoned. I had quite a bit of seasoning and salt, so we don't have to necessarily add anything else unless you like salty food. Okay? Look at that. Okay, guys. Now that we've mixed the vegetables in with the ground beef, with the mushrooms, guys, let's go ahead and add in our potatoes. And what I did was basically chop up a couple of potatoes, about 2 potatoes only, and until these little cubes, okay? Guys, this dinner is going to be a hearty meal, isn't it? Yummy. So let's mix these potatoes in here for now. Yum. And we're not done yet, guys. Again, I'm just calling this meal, just throw it in the pan. A ground beef recipe, quick ground beef recipe, guys, okay? Yummy. So, guys, while I'm stirring this in here, if you notice that the potatoes are turning the color as well, because we added the Goya in there, that Goya red season, okay? I'm also going to be making a pan of rice with this, guys, a pot of rice with this, some yellow rice, guys, and I'll show you guys how to make it as well. You know, a lot of folks, they don't know how to cook rice in a pot. A lot of folks are using rice cookers. I'm old school, so I'll show you guys how to cook it old school. Now, as I said, we're not done yet. Let's go ahead and add in some spinach. Yes. Again, I love vegetables. I wish I had some green beans, but I don't have green beans, so I have to mix in the spinach, okay? And spinach is going to taste really good in here as well. Right? Fresh spinach. They say that it's washed and clean, but I always re-wash my spinach, guys. Make sure you wash your spinach as well, okay? Guys. So we're working the spinach in here. Again, this is like, it looks like it's all over the place, but this is going to be a really hearty meal. Right, guys? Yum. So let's let this spinach cook down and see what we're gonna do next. Okay guys, look at this dish. Doesn't it look really good? Oh my goodness, it looks really good, guys. Looks yummy, right? Okay guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and kind of smother this a little bit, okay? Okay guys, usually people would use some Swanson chicken broth. But I don't have any chicken broth, okay? We don't have chicken broth. However, I'm old school, and guess what? We have that. We have the chicken bouillon. So what I've done is added some chicken bouillon to some water, okay? And we're just going to kind of put it in there, a little bit of it in here. Not too much, because you just want to kind of cover the bottom, okay, guys? We want to smother this until the potatoes are nice and tender, okay? And make sure you taste your food to make sure it's seasoned to taste, okay? So I've added a little water here. That looks really good. Now, if you want your food to have a little bit more Goya in it, to change the color as well as have that good Goya, nice Goya flavor, you can also put another half a pack of Goya in here, okay? But this is what we've done. We've created our own chicken broth pretty much, okay, guys? Yummy. So I think that's about enough water. Okay, guys, so what we're going to do is smother this down again until the potatoes get nice and fork tender, okay? Okay, you guys, here we are with the rice. I've already cleaned my rice. I've already put water in it. And guys, to make sure that your rice is measured correctly and that it won't go wrong, make sure you measure your rice to about the first line on your index finger, okay? With the water above the rice, okay? Or a little bit less, okay? Index finger line, guys, and you'll never go wrong. Now, I've already put in a little bit of salt in the rice. And what I'm going to do is, because again, I said I wanted to make yellow rice. So I'm going to add a pack of Goya, my best friend. Add that pack of Goya in there, okay? And then we're just going to stir in the Goya. You see how that pretty color is coming up? And it makes the rice taste really good, guys. It makes the rice taste somewhat seasoned, okay? And then what I'm going to do is add about a tablespoon of corn oil, okay? Mazola, if you can. See, just a little bit of oil, just to keep the rice nice and fluffy and separated. Okay, guys? Remember, index finger over the rice, and just put it on a boil on a medium to medium high, okay? Let's see how this rice comes out. Okay, you guys, the rice, all the water has boiled out of the rice, and this is where you want the rice to be before you put your top on it, okay, guys? So I'm going to put my top on the rice, okay? Remember, all the water needs to be pretty much boiled out of there, okay? Once the water is boiled out, you place your top on, and then you're going to turn it all the way to low so it can steam the rice, okay? Okay, guys, here is our dish. Here's our yummy dish where we just threw it in the pan. Doesn't that look good? We have ground beef, spinach, potatoes, bell pepper, onion, mushrooms, guys. Yummy. This is pretty much a hearty meal considering that we didn't have anything to match, right? Okay, guys, let's wait on the rice and we'll go ahead and serve it up. Guys, you're going to let this rice steam for about 10 to 15 minutes, okay? Depending on how soft you want your rice. Some folks preferably like their rice to be kind of hard. I don't. I like soft rice, so let's see what it do. Okay, guys, here's the outcome of our improvised meal, guys. We have hamburger meat, spinach, potatoes, peppers and onions, guys, over some succulent yellow rice, guys. Remember, if you don't have two things to match, just throw it in the pan. Enjoy. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.